the Riff Raff video. Everybody get excited about Riff Raff because here we come, a big talk on Riff Raff. All right, so Riff Raff, they come into town and they just, all of a sudden, there they are. And you look out and you're like, who's that? I don't recognize that squirrel. You know Riff Raff. They'll start like, they kind of hop and they look around furtively because they know they're not supposed to be there. And they're just waiting for a squirrel to attack them. And, chase, not attack them necessarily, but chase them out of there like, vehemently. They're typically looking for food, maybe looking for housing, certainly looking for females. They're skinny. They might be young, I don't know. They have a look, you can tell Riff Raff. And they look like that skinny guy on the corner in like a wife beater smoking a cigarette. They look like that. And with his hair slicked back, that's how they look. And you'll know them because your squirrels will chase them away, and they're after stuff. They're on the take. They're like Vikings, historically, I think. I'm not big on history, but I think that's what Vikings did. I think they were bad, and I hate to say Riff Raff are bad because they're squirrels and I love squirrels, but here's my thing. So I'm not going to feed them nuts and say, hey, come on, I've already been trained, very well trained by my squirrels not to feed the Riff Raff because that just makes problems for them. And then I had a mass exodus on my hand the last time, and that could have been part way to do with it. So now the Riff Raff, they can go out front and eat with the birds. that big pile of squirrels out front with the birds, that's the Riff Raff. Some of those are people who live here. Some of those are squirrel, like front yarders, and they're legit. Like White Tip eats up there. I know Cuddles even comes and eats there. Wally used to come and eat there. So there's legitimate squirrels that do eat with the birds. A lot of Riff Raff. They don't get along. Like the other day there was a Riff Raff squirrel, I could tell, because my normal crew, they eat all peaceably. The squirrels, the birds, everybody, they're all good together. And there was a Riff Raff squirrel out there, and he was like chasing like other squirrels, and everyone, they were all kind of looking at each other like, who is this dude? And he just didn't get it. And they're wild, I guess. And maybe my squirrels are partially, I don't know if you want to say domesticated, but they're certainly very mannerly. And the Riff Raff squirrels are more just like, yeah, it's really strange. It's like they're wild animals, which I guess they are, but maybe the difference between a domesticated cat and a feral cat. If a feral cat saw a domesticated cat, the domesticated cat would probably be pretty calm and not going to start something, whereas the feral cat would, maybe hiss or something, and then the domesticated cat would be like, what the hell's your problem? It's kind of like that. Yeah, and then I'll add some footage about some Riff Raff that came through today. Oh, because one of the conditions that will lead to Riff Raff, it was cold and everybody was in their places, and that can sometimes lead to Riff Raff because they're like, ooh, everybody's in their place. I can come like steal all their nuts. And so they start scrounging around. Can I say Riff Raff? Here's the Riff Raff, and you can tell, you'll be able to tell that he's Riff Raff, because look at how he responds to me. He doesn't. And yeah, so that's not a home squirrel there. And there's LD. He just came here, and I think I don't know if he's after me or the Riff Raff. There's lots of nuts. Here's the Riff Raff peeking out of the castle. So he doesn't know what he's come into here. He's like, what is this? He probably has not seen dwellings like this before. There he is. Take him back in. I'm freaking him out, but not horribly. Yeah, of course. Yeah, not horribly, but see the way he moves? Riff Raff moves like this. They hop because they know they're where they shouldn't be, and they're not quite sure what they're doing. They hop, and they're very uncertain when they're in territory that's not theirs. And they don't know if they're going to get attacked by another squirrel at any minute because they know that they just shouldn't be here. This is the kind of squirrel you don't want to get in your house because they're not comfortable. Yeah, I mean, he's not even comfortable out here. He would not be comfortable in the house, so I'm going to go close the door wall. Riff Raff is outdoor only material. So here's Riff Raff. Now, I don't know where... Oh, there's LD. LD's up there, chilling, just eating the nut I just gave him. Saying there were no squirrels anywhere. I should have mentioned that is when Riff Raff comes through. That's why it's good to have home squirrels, because they'll protect your territory. But as soon as Riff Raff sees an opportunity to come through and start stealing, they can do that. So this is LD, as I've been saying. And he would not be happy. He would not be happy if I were to start feeding the Riff Raff, because if he did, it makes problems for him and others that are home squirrels. Because if I welcome the Riff Raff, then I'm welcoming problems for them. Someone that's going to come through and, like him, you know, try to mate with his sister that he might not find suitable material. And frankly, because I think he wants Rover for himself, but I'm not sure. And then, you know, also eat their food, try to steal their home. There's like issues that I can cause if I start feeding the wrong squirrels. So I try to be cognizant of that, and that's why I have peanuts out in the front yard for Riff Raff. I used to put peanuts in the back, but that's bad because that invites Riff Raff around your the ones you love, and that's mean. There's two kinds of Riff Raff, and this is too much on the fence. He doesn't live here per se, but he doesn't come here to do bad things. So, look at this guy. This is, oh man, I'm so tired, I just got up. It's, L'Oreal. When too much comes, he has to make sure that he shows everyone that he's not up to any ill intent. He doesn't live here, so he could be, he could be construed as Riff Raff, but he's not, because he doesn't mean to do anything bad to anyone. That was him right there. He keeps to himself when he comes. Like right now, he's eating way over there. He's just like, I'm not here to hurt anybody. I'm not here to do anything bad. And he doesn't dig up their nuts. He doesn't chase the women. And when I said before that Riff Raff is skinny, they tend to be. It can be a giveaway. They tend to be because they'll like not have food where they are. And the thing about too much is he's naturally very slight of figure. So he's got that malnourished look to him a little bit. And he's just smaller. He just is smaller. And so when he comes through, he stands out. So he makes a point of keeping himself with as low of a profile as he can, knowing that he really doesn't live here, but he is also not up to no good. And overall, they accept him pretty well. Here he comes. Wait. Here comes Mr. Much. Mr. Much. Mr. Much. Yes. He used to be very, very small. Well, he's still small. Did you hear him? You don't like me saying that?